Let's tell you a little bit about how Kyani came to be. We had a friend that introduced us to a scientist that had been in Alaska and was fascinated by the things that were up there. And we found out that those blueberries have 10 times the antioxidant level that blueberries do that we buy in a grocery store. And then we were introduced to Dr. Tan, and we heard about tocotrienols. And we thought, man, this is something. We need to do something here. Have you ever heard something or read something or seen something and you knew in your heart or in your soul that you knew it was right and true? Well, that's the feeling that we had when we heard about these things, and we thought, we've got to do this. I was so convinced that what we were doing is good and needed to be done that I got on my phone. I called one of my very best friends, Jim Hansen, that's Kirk's older brother, and said, Jim, Gail and I have come upon an idea that we think is really, really neat. Would you and guys be interested in maybe looking at it as a good investment? Jim said, hey, yeah, we'd love to. Do you mind if we involve the Taylors? We just sold a piece of real estate together, and we'd like them to maybe listen to it. And I said, hey, no, we know the Taylors. That'd be great. So we went down to their office, and I thought, you know, the best way to explain this is we briefly explained what we wanted to do. Then we got the scientist in Alaska on the phone, and we all sat there and listened on the speakerphone as she talked about the berries and how magical they really are. And at the end, the guys, now this is kind of funny. I'd heard of several of the big words enough that I kind of knew what they were, but those guys didn't understand one of those words. But at the end, they said, we're in. The berries are taken to the processing plant. They're mixed with purified water, and then they're made into a puree. After they're made into a puree, hey, Michael looks pretty good in his hairnet, doesn't he? I just wanted you to see how sterile and sanitary the process is. You know, when we thought about putting this thing together and we started working so hard, we envisioned that it would be a big deal. We envisioned, and our goal was to have Kyani in every home in the country. And then we said, no, it needs to be in every home in the world to help people. We can't tell you how appreciative we are of your hard work in helping us make that happen as we see it expand and as we see all of the wonderful friends that are members of our family now. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts.